Hi, I'm Ashura, and this is part 4 of the Ardenweald Covenant campaign. I am so excited. Like, I'm also really tired, but I'm determined. I can't rest until I've done this. Alright, this is the time of the Night Warrior. So if you're new here, I like to focus on the story and the lore, and not so much the technical class bits. So if you also like story and lore, you're in the right place, because we're reading every single quest and talking to all the NPCs we can to see what they have to say about juicy lore. So I'm really excited because this is the Night Warrior's curse and this is where all the stuff happens. So like, I don't know why I wait, you know?
We all play a part in nature's plan.
We have found one who was once a night warrior as Tyrande has become. We are fortunate as his spirit dwells near us in Ardenweald. His name is Tyrande. I'm told he assists in tending to the spirits resting in the Queen's Garden. Go there and ask for his help. I pray he will aid us.
The dreamer has awoken.
A former night warrior. Let us see what wisdom they can share. Hype. There is so much hubbub surrounding these guys when they were data mined. And I was like, I'm not really avoiding spoilers because I'm here, but I was avoiding spoilers before doing the playthrough, and I've seen the dialogue that these characters have, Tyrande and Kadarin. So I know like what's up with that, but we'll get there. Oh no. Tyrande, there is much we wish to ask you.
I never miss a shot. Consider it done.
Greetings.
Queen's blessing upon you.
Nothing is more
hero
important.
of Azeroth.
Wait, he says oh dear, and he's, I guess not technically a deer, but
Is
all
there
right.
something you wish to ask?
In our time of need, my dearest friend took on the power of the
Then her
Night
fate is
Warrior.
sealed. My condolences, but you must let her go. For your sake, as well as hers.
Tyrande, wait! So this is all the lines, the data mined lines that I've heard.
You seek knowledge of the Night Warrior?
Kadarin watches Tyrande race off. No!
The Weald owes you a great debt.
He sighs before turning to you. It may not seem like it, but that could have gone worse. If you have a moment to help me out in the garden, I can explain a bit more. Then I'll see if I can't convince him to help your friend. Kadarin sighs. Our entrance into the Shadowlands wasn't precisely peaceful. It haunts Tyrande still. My husband was once the speaker of Elune for our people. The speaker? So I guess the high priestess of their planet culture. His feelings on the matter are complicated, to say the least. The Spriggan have been breaking the soul webs here in the garden. Would you please help me fix them? I'll try to explain Tyrande's rudeness as we work. Sometimes we get infestations of Spriggans. They are malicious little creatures who cause no end of trouble. Usually they are kept in check by Lord Hearn and the Wild Hunt. With everything going on lately, the Spriggans have been running rampant. Tyrande and I have been helping keep the garden clear, but he's run off to sulk. Kadarin shakes his head. You would be doing me a favor if you helped me clear the Queen's Garden of those vermin.
I wish you the best, my friend. Please forgive my husband. Tyrande became the Night Warrior to save our world, but he paid a dear price in the end.
Okay. I keep forgetting that I'm not playing a rogue, and that's the biggest regret of my life. Right. Oh, wait, there's another quest down here.
You seek knowledge of the Night Warrior?
An owl cat. Hey, you there! A little help, please. I'm so glad you and Kadarin were here. These Spriggan are crazy. Get me out of here. I was gathering some herbs from the garden when they nabbed me. If they got to me, I'm sure they got others. Herbs, you say? Ugh, get rid of these pests, would you? Sweetness! Alright, well, I will see you on the flip side.
Virnax knew the risks, but we had no choice. He invoked the dark power of Elune, and together we repelled the invaders.
I must get closer.
I'm trying to remember if we know the purpose of the soul webs. I think we do, but I have such a bad memory.
Though we had saved our world, the power of the Night Warrior began to destroy him.
As it threatens to destroy Tyrande. Heck. But total random segue. There was that one quest also in Ardenweald where you like looked at the soul webs to see how much anima there was. And I'm wondering like if that's their purpose or I think they're called soul webs. You think there'd be more to it? I don't know. I'm overthinking it.
Desperate to save him, we attempted to lessen his burden by sharing Elune's power between us. But our gambit failed. We both lost our lives.
I am out of
He
range.
has blamed himself ever since. The Weald owes you a great debt.
Thank you, Ashura. This task is much easier with help, Kadarin sighs. I hope you do not think too poorly of Thirnax. His history with the Night Warrior ritual is complicated, but I am certain I can get him to see sense and help. Hopefully they'll get the message and go back from whence they came. Capturing souls? That's unusually bold for these imps. I think we just need to check the inner gardens, fix any damage there, chase out any Spriggan, and then give anima to the slumbering spirits. Oh, that's a lot. Once that's done, I'll sort out my reluctant husband. But first, the inner garden. Hopefully any remaining Spriggan will have heard us giving the others what for and cleared on out of there.
Regret, let us head for the inner garden.
I wonder if all the Spriggan in this zone are working for Muezala, because he said they're capturing spirits, which is kind of bold. And we just learned, literally last storyline, that
My
Muezala was...
apologies, Chandris. It is not easy for me to speak of the Night Warrior.
Muezala was doing that.
The forest sings your praises.
I was perhaps a bit rude earlier. This is not part of my existence I am entirely comfortable with, and... Wait. Do you hear that? Maybe?
More Spriggans? We're being ambushed.
Alright. No! Oh, okay.
Never have I seen them gather in these numbers.
The ancient one will have your heads! Ha ha ha! I curse you! I'll never tell.
I feel like I'm missing. Oh no, because they're not here. Oh, alright, let's. Ah, there we go.
Is there something you wish to ask?
I should never have left. He's told me time and again I should work out my issues, and never mind. I can deal with that later. This would have been much worse without you and Lady Chandra's helping. Yeah. This curse holding Kadarin is powerful. I missed something. Alright. But I will break it. Thyrax snores. Death did not part us. I will not be torn from him now. Thyrax studies you with serious eyes, glances at Chandris, then looks at you. Help me save him, and I will help you with this Night Warrior from your world. I do not promise I can save her, but I can promise I will try to help. Return to the hall and tell Lord Hearn the situation. We will meet there.
Elune's wrath is not to be invoked lightly.
Okay. Grim news indeed. I will send reinforcements to the Garden of Night.
The forest sings your praises.
You could probably use a little help, huh?
That is one sickly looking soul.
Hail, hero of Azeroth.
Cursed, just under the effects of a terrible curse. Alright. Moonberry shakes her head sadly. Do you know anything about curses?
What fun you're about to have.
A curse, you say? Oh, I know! True love's kiss. Smooch him, Thyrax. Yes! Strange. That always works in the fables. Anyway, new plan. This is so good.
Oh, this.
I'm very happy about this representation. So well deserved. I bet the Spriggan thought this would be pretty funny. Well, we're not laughing. If the curse isn't removed, Kadarin will waste away until nothing is left. We bound and sealed curses just like this ages ago, but we haven't had an incident in eons. Go to Archivist Dredden at the Grove of Memory. He will know which curse this is and give you its scroll. Bring it back and we'll be able to find out what we need to construct a counter curse. Hurry, Shura!
Is that all?
The Court of Night maintains an archive of curses such as this? Of course! Counter curses are complicated. We have to know what we're dealing with first. That's actually really cool. Oh, so far. Alright. But, dude, you say archive of history that's been recorded for eons? And I'm so there? Could you please impart some of this sweet wisdom on me? God, I went the wrong way. It's fine. Twinkle Pop? What a name. These Spriggan have taken over everything. They're just such a menace. Getting into everything, wrecking our things, playing tricks. They're worse than any fairy, I promise you. Oh, minor hex. That's cool. Please tell me you are here to help with the Spriggan problem. Oh dear me, this is terrible, just terrible. I know precisely which awful curse affects that poor soul, but these damnable Spriggan keeps stealing my scrolls, scattering them all over, and ripping them apart! They filled the falls with all manner of dangerous magic. The Spriggans have the pieces of the scroll you need. Gather those together and take a binding from one of those unleashed major hexes, and you'll have what you need. Okay. Gracious me, these Spriggans are making such a mess of things. Alright, so the scroll says, the magic inside the scroll wants to be let out, but you refrain from tearing apart the parchment. It's a curse of soul rot. I'm trying to remember if we've seen that before. Not like before Shadowlands, but like in the zone. I don't know.
So nice to see you.
I love this. Keep it in, please. Never shorten it. Yes, this looks like it could be the one. I knew Drayden would have the scroll we need. We don't have time to waste. The first component listed in the scroll is a secret never spoken. Well, that's easy. I know who has tons of secrets. Watcher Whisperbloom, our resident spook. She keeps the Wild Hunt informed of any nefarious behavior in our borders. I know she'd be willing to give one to save Kadaran's soul from dissolving in excruciating pain. I'll have Thyrenax meet you wherever she's got them hidden. It'll keep his mind off what's happening to his husband. This is so great. There's so much in this quest text that I love. First of all, a secret never spoken. Like, so many fantasy elements are subtly woven throughout this zone, and I love them. But also just keep him from dissolving in excruciating pain. Just so, oh my god. The last thing we need for this counter curse is going to be some attuned anima. We don't have much to spare, so this is going to be more of a sacrifice than usual. But you know what? How about these Spriggan contribute to the cause? There are some really nasty ones who've been causing mischief in Tyrande who'd serve our purpose well. Thyrenax looks like he could use some nice, vengeful, therapeutic Spriggan stomping, so I'll have him meet you down there too.
We'll meet again.
Genius.
The dream gives us shelter. The dream gives us hope.
My sister, Alexstrasza, lost her prime consort, Corialstraz, toward the end of our war with Deathwing. My sister has loved many in her long life, but none as deeply as he. Even though he was gone when I left, she loved him. I know in my heart she loves him still. Go to my sister in the Vermilion Redoubt. Ask her for a token. Surely the love they shared will be a powerful component in this counter spell. Bruh. Can we talk about how, first of all, Ysera from Beyond the Grave is telling us to go to Alexstrasza and basically be like, hey, your sister's alive and chilling in the afterlife you didn't know anything about. Second of all, Crassus! Dude, it hurt when he died.
Alexstrasza must have kept some memento of Corialstraz. A token of lost love. I only hope she is willing to part with it.
Oh, man. Can we do that first? So far. But, like... So Crassus died in a book. It was definitely in a book, I just don't remember which book. And he sacrificed himself to blow up the Ruby Sanctum, if I recall correctly, because it was, like, corrupted. There were bad thingies in it. I don't, and then, like, I have this really, afterwards she got so depressed, she just went out somewhere and sat on a hill. I remember, that's all I remember. But, like, same, I was so sad when Crassus died, because he like, features somewhat prominently in the War of the Ancients trilogy. He's kind of your guide through it all. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. Where are the portals? Yeah, okay. Oh, there we go. Also, hold up. The fact, okay, so that's something that we haven't talked about yet, that you can actively leave the Shadowlands and go back to Azeroth. That is a thing in this quest. It's not just like we're pretending that the players can't go back to Azeroth. She's like actively telling you, hey, can you take a trip up to like the living world? This is weird. Which, I guess would be easy for us since we're Maw walkers and the Veil's kind of borked. So, oh my god. That's not a flying mount. Sure. The sun is setting, so it's getting, like, actively darker. I have a light. Like, there's a light. I'm lazy. I wanna do the quests. That's okay. We're not here for my face anyway. We are here for Alexstrasza. Yo! Hello!
Life endures.
Hello, sup? Let me just tell you this story of everything that's been happening. Tell me, Lifebinder.
All life is worth saving.
Ysera, it brightens my heart to know her death was not an end, but a new beginning. This is the closure we needed! We were sisters hatched from the same clutch, inseparable since birth. Ysera speaks of Corielstraz, whom I loved dearly, but I loved none more than her. She gave me a gift when we first became aspects. Take it with you and save your friend. And Ashura, please tell my sister that she is sorely missed, fondly remembered, and deeply loved! Oh, can I just say, there are so many character moments in Shadowlands that are pure, like, joy in my heart. And, like, these don't have to happen, you know? We don't have to take a detour to see Alexstrasza, but I'm so glad that we do! A small carving of Ysera, rough edges smoothed by time and handling. The ancient wood carving has been preserved by high-quality protection spells. My hearth is on cooldown. I guess we'll do this the hard way. I'm really suffering today. Dude, this makes me so happy though.
From pain, we draw strength.
You are on a strange journey, Ashura. Take care you do not get caught on the wrong side of the veil as you repair it. And please give Ysera my love. She is missed by her family. Oh. I'm in tears. Oh. No! Stupid tree! Alright. Alright, I'll see you all in like 10 minutes when I get back to Orobobo.
Tell me how I can help.
Oh.
Careful what you let the wind hear.
Should we go through all of these right now?
Goodbye for now.
I think I'll wait. As you can see, I am back, and I set up the light because I had to fly from Twilight Highlands to Stormwind since the portal wasn't set up. My hearth just came off of its cooldown. I'm weirdly half lit though because it's in a weird position since I can't have it like directly in front of me. Anywho.
Your never-ending book of secrets holds exactly what you seek. You just need to retrieve it for me.
Okay. I've been all over Azeroth and Ardenweald. Why not?
Hey, wanna hear a secret?
I was able to recover your book from the worm I didn't know it was in. I'm so dead.
Careful what you let the wind hear. The guard will eat anything, won't they? Anyway, the secret's all yours. Just make sure no one reads it aloud.
Watcher Whisperbloom rips out a page and then rolls it into a sealed scroll. Alright. That's... Let's do this. It's taken us like 40 minutes of real time. But I will save this dang Night Warrior husbando.
What can I do for you?
Woo! This page. It's seeing sights no one should ever see. The temptation to open this is incredible, so let's hurry up and create this counter curse. Nice. Huh. That will teach those Spriggan. You mess with the unicorn, you get the horn. Now you have the power to fuel our counter curse. And conveniently, it's already attuned to the bad attitude of the caster. Nice.
I can't wait to see what you do next.
We all play a part in nature's plan.
What? I haven't seen this in... I gave this to her when we were new to our mantles. Our duties would draw us apart for the first time in our lives. Through all the ages she's kept it. Sarah wipes her eyes. I'm gonna wipe my eyes. I hope it will be a good use here.
Oh, this should be interesting.
We have all the components for the counter curse. Now hurry and perform it before Kadarin's soul is lost and his husband refuses to help you and Ysera's friend Tyrande is lost and dies horribly in the maw and everyone is sad. But no pressure. Lady Moonberry is high-key my favorite. This is gold.
We'll meet again.
You seek knowledge of the Night Warrior?
Okay, everyone, let's break this curse.
What happened?
Kadarin. Thank Elune it worked.
Do you think Chandris is going through an identity crisis right now because she's realizing that there are other cultures that also worship
The forest
Elune?
sings your praises.
Hail, hero of Azeroth.
Greetings.
Kadarin's soul would have been lost if you hadn't helped us. I can do no less than help you. Oh, so we get the soul shape variations and quests. That's cool. I hadn't realized
Nothing
that.
is I know not if the Night Warrior's fate can be averted. But I will do all that I can to aid you.
Thank you, Thirnax. And you,
Yes,
Kadarin.
we are. Is there something you wish to ask?
Here it is. I was like, there's dialogue. I know what happens. I've seen it. I'm waiting. Alright, are you ready? Are you ready? Why did you become the Night Warrior? To fight a great evil which had slain many. A coalition of champions who had formed to kill the Dark God. Okay, wait.
Elune
Other one
man
first.
is not to be invoked.
There's an order here. Where did you come from? My world was called Fizandi. It was a beautiful world of vast forests, mighty mountains, and tranquil plains. It was for these wilds we fought against the Dark God. A Dark God, you say? Yes. Some generations before I was born, the Dark God landed on our world. The impact wiped out an entire kingdom and disrupted the balance of nature. No one who ventured into the area returned from the wasteland. We druids kept an eye on the borders, but we did not anticipate what would come. Druids. Monsters. Creatures with too many eyes, too many limbs, and too many hungering mouths. They swept across the world when my great-grandparents were children. Thus the endless war began. Entire generations spent their lives holding against the others in their madness. It was my mother who discovered the nature of what lived in the center of the crater. To slay the being from another world, she tried to invoke Elune's dark face. She died. But you won, didn't you? Eventually, Tyrande was successful in becoming the Night Warrior. I fought beside him and the other champions of Physandi to the end. We won, but at terrible cost. The armies of madness killed many while we were away, then scattered when the Dark One died. Some of our people succumbed to the Whispers. They disappeared or went mad. We lost friends, family. The god bled. It will take many generations to cleanse the sickness from our world, if it can ever be.
Regret nothing done out of love.
Okay. A coalition of champions had formed to kill the dark god who'd landed on our world. To succeed, we needed the power the last speaker had tried to invoke from Mother Moon. Tyrande chuckles sadly. We fought over that. It had already killed his mother. He did not wish for it to kill his husband, too. But Elune's power was one of our greatest weapons against the monsters. So I did the ritual. Survived it. He stood by me. Our eyes dark as the new moons, we fought the monsters. I did not foresee the cost. The price of Elune's dark power was my life. Mortals are not meant to hold such things. One way or another, it would kill me. For my world, my people, my family, I was willing to make that sacrifice. Kadarin was not so willing to let it happen. To my eternal regret, trying to share the burden killed us both. Tyrande sighs. I should let the past be. What matters is our world was saved, and we are still together.
We all do what we must.
Truth!
Much remains to be done.
Does anyone else
I am
say?
listening.
No, okay.
Consider it done.
So I read that dialogue exchange earlier today, because I saw it on Twitter, and holy crap! That's terrifying! Because I feel like we've been kind of desensitized to it on Azeroth. Like, we've fought so many old gods, and, you know, they just go down. Whatever. But to hear of this planet where there was an old god that didn't crash into it before, you know, civilizations had formed, kind of like happened on Azeroth, but crashed into it randomly, killed so many people, and fought a war against them that lasted generations. But it also raises the question, does their planet have a world soul? Or does it not? Which, as we'd know, I mean, the old god crashing into a planet doesn't necessarily signify that it has a world soul, because they're just shot out randomly in the Great Dark Beyond. But, that would be interesting, because they saved their world. So if it had a world soul. But I don't know, the description. Another thing I realized is that they're druids, and they worship Elune. Which is very similar to night elves. And we've established that, like, Elune is a cosmic deity, like, she's worshipped across worlds, but there's so many similarities between, in terms of, like, calling Elune the Mother Moon, calling this person the Night Warrior. And even though the speaker isn't, like, necessarily the same thing as the High Priestess, there's perhaps a parallel to be drawn there, too, and I feel like this implies that. So in Chronicle, to just go off on a tangent here, it said that when the Night Elves settled the Well of Eternity, they learned from kind of stuff in the surrounding area that they learned about Elune and Kalimdor and Darnassan and whatnot. And so you can kind of conclude from this that their beliefs about Elune weren't necessarily mythological beliefs that they formed over time, but something that is a fact that different cultures from different worlds were somehow taught or instructed in by some force, whether that's Elune herself, which I would assume it is, because she talks with her followers, like, not necessarily directly, unless you're counting the Gem of Elune, which was, like, an artifact in vanilla Winter Spring that literally the voice of Elune came through. She would talk to priestesses through it. But she never, like, spoke directly to Tyrande. But, you know, in the War of the Ancients trilogy, she has moments where she kind of intervenes. And then we have Val'Shara, obviously, the biggest example that I'm forgetting. So it's not exactly impossible that she could have kind of taught her followers. But it raises a lot more questions than it does answer, I feel. There's a lot going on there. Alright, so that's just my... We're halfway through. We're halfway through this Covenant campaign, and I've barely touched the others. Ardenweald. Alright. Until next time, thank you for joining me for part 4 of the Ardenweald Covenant campaign, and see you for Dressed to Dressed.